Jeremy Greer.
And I'm Gary Butterfield.
And this is Days of Future Cast, the podcast where Gary and I talk about how he's the Iron Fist and I'm the hope of this podcast. And I'll take that any day of the week and twice on Sunday.
At least let me be the modern Iron Fist.
Okay, you can be the Lord of Flowers, aka Iron Fist, from the Netflix TV show.
So this is going to be the new Avengers for all of these issues that tie in, I guess.
Yes, yeah.
Nothing happens on the cover actually happens where you have the modern Iron Fist meeting Hope. It might be kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
No, we're still stuck in the ancient city of K'un-Lun. And I almost defy anyone to say what happens in this comic, like other than old-timey Hope becomes Iron Fist very slowly.
Yeah, and there's a piece of stunt casting, like a stunt guest spot that I am just floored by, like the audacity of this man to be able to just pull in figures from actual history to do this kind of stuff. But it's so it feels like it's just fumbled. In the first couple of pages, we're going to learn that they're bringing Leonardo da Vinci in on this project for reasons, because I guess he's the smartest person in the world at the time or something, and he just builds a thing, and then we don't talk about him. Like, maybe the next issue he does something interesting, but it's so boring.
He builds a fucking telescope, dude. And it's the biggest telescope in the world. It looks like a cool space gun, but it is a telescope. I
was way more excited when I was because I looked at it, I was like, oh, that's a space gun. He's going to shoot the Phoenix with that redhead. like it's going to be like that X-Men, which X-Men movie where they use Cyclops to as a gun, basically. Was that the third one? Was that
Oh, yeah, I think that is where he's in the little jet thing.
Yeah.
No, that's in that's in a Dark Phoenix movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fourth or fifth new one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's very good. Yeah, I wanted that too. And the recap page on this really confirms, this is not Phoenix's first visit to Earth. Centuries ago, there was an Iron Fist who was a vessel for the Phoenix, and this is her story. Literally go to hell. I am so bored by this shit.
They summed up 22 pages of a comic book in 2 sentences.
Yeah. This when people hate Brian Michael Bendis, this is what they hate, man.
Yeah.
This just fucking sucks so bad. We're gonna scoot through it, but I'll save you some time. Nothing. And she becomes the Iron Fist.
Yeah.
A long time ago in a way that can't really affect things now.
Yeah. So we get a bunch of dialogue about needing Leonardo da Vinci to come in. And he seems to be pretty skeptical of this mystical city. And then we go to training grounds. There's gonna be a lot of Old Hope, I guess. Is that what we call her? She doesn't really. She does have a name. It's like Fojika or something, but let's just say Old Hope.
Yeah, Fongji, I think, is her name.
There's a lot of her just getting beat to the ground by this dude because that's the way that you train people, is just to beat them to the ground. That's how martial arts work. That's what I know. And yeah, she seems like she can fight, but not fight as good as the best fighter in a mystical city dedicated to fighters
in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a lot he's just like, you may attack me. And then he dodges out of the way and everyone just laughs at her. And I'm like, man, this kind of you cannot match the master's style shit is what loses me about Kung Fu stuff. I'm just not that interested in a master. In anything.
Mm-hmm.
She keeps trying to fight. She manages to get a hit on Hamburger Man, the little trainer guy, pulls a knife on him, but cannot stab the Grandmaster because he's Mary Sue. And basically says, start your training here. And the training is not training and fighting. Like this, I'm jumping ahead a little bit because the comic jumps back and forth, but it's just beating her up until she uses her powers.
Yeah, exactly.
She does very little Kung Fu in this.
Mm-hmm.
Da Vinci arrives.
Yeah, Da Vinci arrives. Da Vinci just has just his. I've never thought about what Da Vinci looks like, Gary. This full mane of hair, giant beard, all in one, and then mechanical stuff strapped. The fact that he would have straps, I don't know why that wigs me out so much.
Steampunk, shitty 1800s, 1700s cable.
Yeah, it's very much like that. Yeah, and he's amazed at this here, and then he starts watching this young redheaded girl just get just repeatedly owned by the best fighter in this mystical city, like over and over and over again, and yelled at, like, do the tiger claw position. No, I said the tiger claw position. No, get up.
Yeah.
And then finally she, and Da Vinci has questions of, like, is she always like this? Is she mute? Blah, blah, blah. But eventually
no questions about why are you beating her up.
No, I mean, Da Vinci, I don't know if you know this, Gary, just a huge hater of women. Like, this is right up in his wheelhouse.
So they're basically just doing the thing where they beat her up enough to where she used her powers, and they repeat it twice. Like earlier when they were trying to get her to fight the Grandmaster, they make fun of her and tell that they're like, nobody loves you. Your mom traded you for a dinner, which is pretty mean here. But it just gets her to fight. But then they don't really train her to fight. They just beat her up until she uses the Phoenix Force and knocks Hamburger Man down.
Yeah.
Really, really frustrating and stupid. Da Vinci sees this and is like, okay, I got to build a telescope to see when the Phoenix shows up.
Yeah.
So he builds this incredible looking, like, sci-fi, telescope with, like, a sight.
So
and stuff.
I have issues with this in a lot of different ways, and I know this is a comic book, Gary. Like, I know I should be suspending my disbelief when we're talking about, like, ancient mystical cities and Iron Fist and all of this stuff. But, like, hey, like, if you're gonna do this, like, make it look like any of Da Vinci's inventions. Like, that's, you got him in there, right? Like, you got him in here for a reason. Like, let Da Vinci is all I'm saying. And then also, like, is this where they train? Like, can they no longer train anymore because of the telescope? That sucks.
We have to train around the telescope. Like, this ancient mystic order of monks are going to be put together on the grandest engineering project of all time. It's just, it is stupid on the face. I don't know how to explain that sucks. And it looks like it's from Star Wars.
It does
to
have
me, like,
huge
when you said
Star
it didn't
Wars
match
energy. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it doesn't have Da Vinci energy at all. Like, Da Vinci, for old timey inventors, like, Da Vinci has a style.
Mm-hmm.
We can know what he looks like, and he's just monologuing, about, like, being able to spot the creature. It's all stuff that we all know. Extinction might be at hand. It's very dangerous. I want to be able to spot it in advance. Like, we know all this shit, my dude. I think the art is supposed to be very, like, awe-inspiring in this book, and it's not bad. Like, for a Star Wars telescope laser, like, it's a cool drawing, but it's misguided. Like, I didn't want that to be here, no matter how cool it is. And then they immediately go to that fucking scrying pool that I hate so much.
Gotta go to the scrying pool, dog.
The scrying vessel of Bo Ling.
I can't wait to terraform my backyard so it can have a I'm just going to tell people it has a scrying pool. I'm not going to tell them that someone, like, there's a frog underneath farting those bubbles up. Nope, it's a scrying pool.
It's good. It's going to be a koi scrying pond where you get to scry the koi.
Yeah.
Like, better than this, which just shows, like, she clears her mind. A little globe shows up to show her the future. What does it fucking show? The Phoenix. We know.
Exactly.
Like, how many times do you need to be told this?
Fighting a dragon. Whoops. We knew that.
Yeah. That's the whole premise of the fucking series, Bendis. What are you doing? God, it would be annoying to live in the ancient city of Kunlun.
I mean, like, imagine trying to just start a podcast network. You know what I'm saying?
Like Duckfeed.tv edition.
I don't want to attack you. I just want to record my thoughts about the city. That's all. That's all I'm here to do. Don't make me try to fight the master.
Yes. We will begin your training. We're going to beat you up until you podcast better, because that's how we train everybody. No words here. It's just punching.
Master, would you like 10% off your first Audible order? I got a link for you.
Master will take 15% off.
That's fine. It's fine, Master. Just don't make me fight anymore. I'm so tired.
Stop punching me.
I just want to talk into Da Vinci's microphone that looks like it's from Star Wars, and also he taught me what Star Wars is. Master, do you know what a dyad in the Force is? And why was the first one, like, years down the line? It doesn't make any sense.
So that we don't get to see the coolest thing that possibly happens in this, right, would be old-timey Hope going into a cave to fight a dragon, to get the Iron Fist powers. Instead of showing that, we get to watch everybody wait for it. Like, they literally, instead of showing the fight, they show the Master and all his buddies waiting for a couple of days while she does, inarguably the coolest thing that she's going to do.
I have to imagine
for a while.
This is because and I don't know this for certain. I've never read an Iron Fist comic book, but I have to imagine it's because like this sequence has been done so much about Iron Fist that it's more interesting to not show it. Does that make sense? Like that's the only thing I can imagine, right? Like I just like you've seen Batman's parents get killed so often that it's more interesting to see it from like 2 miles away as the Joker. That's the only thing I can think that they're going for here.
I'm not going to watch another Spider-Man movie unless they explain how he got his powers. Like I get it, but it's just very like she should do it in a different way because she's the Phoenix host.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like what if she went to the dragon and instead of fighting it, like it told her cool Phoenix lore?
Yeah, absolutely.
Or taught us the combination or something. Like there's a lot of things you could have done rather than just show 2 panels of people waiting. And then the big splash page at the end of this that's supposed to be, you know, cool is her coming out and she can speak now. And then the Phoenix is going to show up.
Mm-hmm. Also,
we know.
She comes out with an outfit. She's all Iron Fist up.
Yeah. And then the next fucking issue, the preview is a Phoenix rises in K'un Lun. And Spider-Man and Modern Hope are on the cover, but I know they're not going to do that.
They're definitely not going to be
it's
in there.
Da Vinci, fucking Hamburger Man, and then this new Iron Fist fighting an old Phoenix in a way that I could not care less about.
With her chops.
So cranky.
Oh, yeah.
So
Take
cranky.
that, Phoenix. Yeah.
Yeah. I do not, the Kung Fu Phoenix, like it's mixing up, it's like a genre mashup that these genres do not go well together, I don't think.
I have no interest whatsoever in this ancient lore. So like, I don't care about the mystical city. You brought Da Vinci in, which I thought was, you know, on the surface, I thought was so audacious to be interesting. Like, okay, maybe this will circle around to be so ridiculous as to like, I can have fun with this, but no, absolutely not. Like you made him make a weird telescope and then that's it. And worse, Iron Fist hasn't even showed up. Like, I know she is Iron Fist in this, but like at the very end, and I don't know, man, like it's just so boring and nothing happens. Like I feel like you said it earlier that like this is the stuff that Bendis gets kind of criticized for. And this is like him at his worst to me of like, we're going to spin this out into 22 pages. So,
yeah, I'm extremely bored by this comic and I'm looking forward to just having one thing I'm not going to like show up every couple weeks, you know, for the rest of this thing. Like, yeah, there's basically no chance. Like I'm trying to keep an open mind, but it's really boring and feels very superfluous.
Yes. Agreed.
So, anywho, you know, if you're a huge Iron Fist fan and a huge fan of this lore, you know,
right in.
Feel free to skip these ones because I don't. Yeah, right in. Tell us what's cool about it because I sincerely would like to know. If you want to support the podcast, go to patreon.com/Duckfeed.tv.
Yep.
This is our shortest episode. Like, we really cruised through that, but again, nothing happened.
Yeah, I'm looking now, and it's barely, it's not even 10 minutes. No, it's over 10 minutes long. We're good. It's over 10 minutes long. I mean, we average
one of the shortest episodes we've ever done.
Yeah, we average 15 to 20, so I think we're okay. But yeah, I mean, it's just so bad. Like, I don't know what video games you've been playing, Gary. What's exciting for you right now? What you been doing?
Yeah,
you wanna just roll?
I play a lot of Darkest Dungeon for work.
Okay.
Cool. I started Miles Morales.
Excellent.
That's related to us. Mm-hmm. I've been playing it in little pieces because I don't want to rush it, you know? And it's been good. Yeah, I've been doing a little bit of the side stuff, been poking the main threat. I like this reinterpretation of the Tinkerer quite a bit. That Miles is such a good kid.
Do what?
You know? I said Miles is such a good kid.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, definitely.
Like, God, does it get my good kid go? Like, I'm just like, man, what a good fucking kid.
Yeah, just what a non-asshole child this is. What a great little dude.
Yeah, I love him. Like, I don't want to have a kid, but if I were going to have a kid, I'd want him to be like Miles Morales.
Well, I mean, you can always adopt Miles Morales. He's available. I've heard.
Hey, man. Hey, do you support doing that Spider-Man stuff? Because I'm pretty tired.
Yeah. I will pretend not to know your secret identity. I will just close my eyes and let you go through the window. No big deal, dog.
That's all I can do, though. If you need me to, like, you know, rewire your suit or something like that.
Oh, terrible on stealth missions. This old body.
Imagine all of the Duckfeed hosts all having a superhero that we have to act as the support team for.
Oh God!
And then just all of us just turning to Nick at the same time and just being like, Nick, do the tech shit. We don't know what to do.
I'm just the only thing I think I could help with is like Spider-Man is fighting Taskmaster, and I jump out and I'm like, Taskmaster, copy me, and then the Taskmaster can't fight or run anymore. He's just a shitty guy. he's just a lump. What happened?
Podcaster. Yeah, Taskmaster for podcasters. Yeah. Or you could pop out and you could finally come up with a water meter that could control Hydro Man.
There you go. Okay. Yeah. Ultrasonic, baby. We could do Venom and Hydro Man at the same time.
Yeah. But anywho, I'm playing that. That'll be fun. Maybe after I beat it, we'll do a little episode and chat about it if you want.
Sure. I don't really remember a lot that happened in that game, but I'm down. I'll always talk about it. It was fun.
Yeah. So. What If came out today. Gonna watch that.
Can't wait to watch that.
So there's cool stuff going on.
Venom trailer.
It's not this
new Venom trailer. Looks pretty good.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch the shit out of that movie, dude.
I can't fucking wait, man. I'm so excited for it. I really liked. It's a bad movie. Like, it's not a good movie, but I really liked the first Venom movie. I'll probably rewatch it before the next sequel comes out.
Me too. Like, if you want to just watch Tom Hardy sit cross-legged in a tank and eat a lobster,
dude,
with his hands, like, that's the way you can. It's like the one place you get to watch that.
It still has like one of the best comedic moments where Eddie is just walking down the street and all of a sudden Venom goes, Eddie. Tom Hardy just freaks the fuck out and starts flailing his arms around. It is every time I think about it, I just crack the fuck up.
And the new one's really leaning into that buddy comedy shit.
Yeah, the hard.
He's like, I can't fight a red one. I can't fight a red one. You have to, man. Like, it's fucking. It is a weird movie, and it's the kind of movie they don't make anymore.
No.
So
yeah,
I'm very excited.
Super excited about it.
It's fucking Blade Trinity ass.
Oh man.
New Venom movie. So
yeah, if you like exciting. This podcast, tell your friends. That's after a couple of minutes.
Good stuff is coming. It's all cool and fun. Yeah, and then I think we did the admin stuff, so we'll just see you in a little bit.
Yeah, we'll be back in a couple of days with a comic that I haven't actually looked up yet. So stay tuned, everybody. Bye.
Bye.